Hi learners, today we learned something totally different. I'll share with you how I make granola. I've been away for some time because I wasn't feeling well, but during that time I did some cooking and this is one of them. So we'll get right into it. We'll look at the ingredients. So we have sesame seeds, we have cashew nuts, we have flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and then we have some raisins. And on the other side we have some dates and almonds. Okay, and then we have the regular oats. This is the base of the granola, so we have to have that. And then we have some honey that I'm really hoping will be enough. This is one thing I forgot to top up when I was buying these ingredients. And then we have, yeah, of course, fingers crossed. And then we have some cardamoms for flavor, but people usually use the cinnamon, but let's see how it turns out. So we'll get straight into the mixing. We are adding the oats into the bowl. We'll add up most of the ingredients here, as you can see. For the dates and the raisins, we'll add them later, as you will see in the video. In the meantime, has any one of you made granola before? How is your process? Please share with us so that we know and compare notes. Oh, and by the way, these ingredients, they don't have to be overly expensive. You can buy in small quantities, and the good thing about them is that they can be used for other things. For example, most of them here actually are from a previous purchase that I didn't complete at that time, so now I'm using them right now. So it's never a waste of money buying them because you can use them at another time, or even to make smoothies. There's so many ways to use them. Alright, before we add the honey, we are going to do some mixing. Let's mix it up first. Make sure everything is mixed in well before you can come in with the honey. Oh, and it smells so good, you guys, because of the flavor, the cardamom flavor. Right, and the honey, there we go. Of course, if you have more honey, you can put in honey because of the sweetness. If you want to sweeten your granola, add more honey. For me, this is all I had at the time. I wish I had bought more, but oh well. In the meantime, we're going to set up our oven. We're going to use 200 degrees Celsius. And then make sure it's set to heat on both sides, the top and the bottom. And then the other thing is to maybe give it like 60 minutes. I say 60 so that you have like 15 minutes to preheat, and then the rest of the minutes will be for cooking the granola. I think I put it at 50 and then I would add later on, but to avoid all that, you can set it at maybe 60 and then preheat it for 50. And then the rest of the minutes will be for cooking or for roasting the granola. Alright, so here as you can see, we are giving it a pretty good mix so that the honey gets to every part of the grains. I had tilted the bottle so that the rest of the honey can come out, you guys. We're not about wasting anything here. And I mean, that was all that was there. As you can see, it now looks very soft and the honey has mixed well with the rest of the ingredients. If the honey was more, it would have looked even more stickier. Yeah. So if you have more honey, I mean, honey is a natural sugar, or it's healthy. It's more healthy than any other sugar, so it's safe to add more honey. That's what I will do if I had more. So at this point, I want to prepare the tray that's going to be used for baking. I don't have the baking sheet, so I'll use the regular foil. I was so torn between putting it like this or the other way around, as in like that. Yeah, but I was like, you know what, let me just put it this way so that I don't use a lot of it. And then I underestimated the granola. I didn't think it was that much, so I thought this side would be enough, but it worked out well actually. Just trying to fix it, make sure it sits well on the tray. And then the next step will be just pouring the granola on our tray and making sure that it's well spread out. This is one step I forgot to record, but before then we have to put some oil so that it doesn't stick, it doesn't burn once it's already cooked in the oven. So we'll put in some oil. I always go in with my hand to spread it out, and that is what I do actually even when I'm making chapatis. You know that stage of the chapati where you have to add some oil before you make the rolls, the rounds? Yeah, I do it with my hand because I find it easier and faster. Yeah, so we mix in the oil, we spread the oil on the tray, on the sheet. And then you go in with our granola and spread it out. Make sure it's well spread out so that every part of it can get the heat. So that's how it looks spread out. Alright, let's check our oven. It's well heated up. Yeah. Of course, the next stage is to put in the tray with the granola and close it up. We'll come back to check in 7 minutes, around 7 minutes. 7 to 10 minutes is a good time to give your granola to cook. Yeah, so you come back at intervals of 7 to 10 minutes and then you take it out, give it a good mix, and then return it to the oven. And let me tell you guys, this smells so good because of the flavors that we've put in, and everything is baking in and it smells so good. So thoroughly mix it up and then toss it back into the oven. Right, you come back and check. It's almost ready now. I think we have like 2 rounds to go. Always mix it up before taking it back to the oven, so that everything mixes in well and the heat gets to every part of the grain. So one mistake I made at this point was adding the raisins and the dates. This was a bad move. I haven't done that before. Previously, when I've made granola, I always put them at the final stage, like after I've taken it out of the oven. But this time round, I was like, let me try this and see how it turns out. They became so hard, you guys. So don't do that. Something else I added at this point was coconut flakes. So if you have that, you can go ahead and add it at this point. I don't know why they became so hard, maybe because of the heat, of course. Yeah, so that was just a bad move. Don't do that. If you have some coconut flakes, this is a good time to add it in. And then you mix it up, and you'll just be smelling the flavors as it bakes. It was so good, you guys. Alright, as usual, you have to mix it up before tossing it back. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you've not subscribed yet, please make sure to do so that you can learn, and also turn on the notification bell. Anytime I put up a video, you are notified about it, or any other content on this channel. Give it a good spread. Before putting it back. I think this was the last time I put it inside the oven. And we are back to check on our granola. It smells so good, and I can confirm that it was really tasty. How you eat it is you mix it up with mala, with yogurt, plain yogurt. I actually figured out you can take it with milk. Yeah, so we'll leave our oven like that so it can cool down. Of course, mix it up before you can leave it to cool, and then you store it up. Just make sure to avoid the mistake of putting the raisins and the dates and then putting it into the oven. Actually, this would have been the best time to put in your raisins and your dates. And then after you've put them, mix it up, leave it to cool, and then that's it. That's basically what it takes to make granola. It's not an expensive thing to do. Spread it out, leave it to cool, and then you are done. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Bye, and see you in one of my other videos.